What is up, wrestling friends and family? First of all, Merry Christmas and welcome to a different version of Chat Grapple and Cheap Pops. I am JB, and the man sitting next to me, the best Santa Chris in all of wrestling podcasts, Mr. Chris Dredd. What's going on, bro?
Merry Chris Dreadmas, bruv. You know what I mean? It is, we wish you tidings of good joy. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And that's what we're trying to bring with this episode. Tidings of good joy. We won't make any snowman puns. You know what I'm saying? But we're here to bring good tidings to all.
Oh, the gladdest of tidings to each and every one of you. Today we are giving you the positively positive AEW show where we look at all things good about all elite wrestling and why not?
Why the fuck not, dude?
Yeah.
You know, we've got a bit of a reputation for sort of shitting on AEW, and
We
we talking about we, like the royal we, innit? We sort of we do pick it apart, but it's because we wanted it to just be amazing. We were gassed when it first came in. We're really excited about it. And things haven't always gone to plan. We want it to be amazing because we love wrestling and we want to watch good wrestling. So yeah.
So today is a little bit different. We're just going to have a positive spin on all things AEW. We're going to make some suggestions. We might go as far as fantasy booking. I'm not sure, but we'll see how the tide takes us here. So let's, as always, episode 102 now.
102, bruv.
Before we get into it, we have to thank Billy for that ridiculously amazing episode. Yeah, what a guest he is.
Billy's always good when he comes on. Like I said on the actual episode itself, like you know what you're getting with Billy Barty. You don't have any you know what you're getting. You're not gonna get your cookie cutter interview with him kissing anybody's ass or anything like that. You are getting it raw and uncut. You're getting it as it is.
You're getting it raw.
You're getting it raw. You know what I'm saying?
That's yeah. So episode 102 now. Let's get right into it. Let's begin at the beginning here. We're talking AEW. We're talking Tony Khan. We're talking MJF. We're talking Moxley. All the good things of AEW. And I'm going to start off with match quality. Main events and, those big matches, the matches that are promoted the best. Like for instance, we'll pick one out of the air, a match in AEW this year, CM Punk Samoa Joe.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good match.
It was a good match.
Really good match. There, you can talk to the cows come home about Omega and Ospreay, which is, great. They put on some really good matches. That is something that they need to promote, need to sell a bit more, is that the matches are very good. And we could, people could take the piss and say, oh, they're botching this, that, and the other. But how many of those botches happen in main events?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's arguable.
It's the mid-card guys doing it.
There are, it's arguable that sometimes, but, in general, no, it's not. I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. I mean, botches in general, they happen in everywhere, but they seem to happen in AEW in certain other tiered matches more.
What I'm saying is the top matches on the shows are generally a hit more than they are a miss.
Fine. Yeah, they are. Yeah.
And that's something they should be looking to build on, lower down the card, bringing everyone up to the standard.
Yeah.
That's just me. That's my opinion. But yeah, match quality, it's something that can't be denied in the the top half of the show.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Stadium Stampedes or anything because that was a mess. And that's something they'll probably address on the next time they come to the UK.
Well, we'll more than likely be there to see it again.
We went to All In. It was a good show. It had definitely had its moments.
Yeah. It did have its moments. It wasn't even the MJF Adam Cole versus Aussie Open first match was actually all right. Was good. You know, the main event again was good.
Yeah.
You know, there were good matches on the card. It's annoying that sort of, you know, not to go down the negative route again, but it's annoying that, you know, when you say stuff about certain things to do with AEW, it's the fan base of the diehard fan base that will attack people in general. It's not, I mean, you know, some of the wrestlers are very take everything a bit personally. There are a few. A few of them know
That's all
what's
right,
up.
man. Everybody's different.
That's right. You know, so again, we're not shitting on AEW when we say that things can be improved because we don't, you know, we hate it or whatever. And that's the general idea of the fans calling people, like when you say anything about AEW, calling you a fed head. And all, do you get what I mean? Like those sort of
Yeah.
things. And
That shit needs to change, but
yeah, I mean, to be honest, and maybe even we do, bro, saying like AEW neckbeards and stuff like that, you know, we are guilty of that, right? We say it a lot. We have said it a lot, you know, and fuck, it's because some of these fans have deluded takes, and that's coming from wherever, you know. I saw a fucking post earlier on when they're, mate, I don't even want to get into it on this show because I was just like, fucking wow, you know, like this is unbelievable. But AEW does have comedy, it does have entertainment, and it does have wrestling. And it's annoying that some of the fan base want to sort of try and separate WWE and AEW and saying, oh, AEW does pure wrestling and WWE does entertainment. It's like, well, no, it doesn't.
no.
AEW is entertaining, it is funny, and it does have good wrestling. Why are they saying that? Why do they say that, do you reckon?
That is because I think it might be tinged with the green-eyed monster.
Right.
You know, I think the fact that WWE can put on some time, and in the past has put on some poor shows and a poor run, and continue to be number one. I think that sticks in the craw.
Right.
I don't know, like that could be one reason that, you know, and there are people that are diehard and fanatic and whatever, but that's okay. Like, be fanatic. Just when you show your fanaticism in a way that comes at us,
Yeah.
for whatever reason, we're going to give you shit.
Of course, of course. You
So,
know, it's yeah. So it's disappointing that the fans want to deny that AEW is sports entertainment again, bro. Like they want to say, oh, you know, the match quality is better and blah 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 and that, and it's like, well, yeah, some of the matches are really good, great, but
yeah.
WWE has some
But
really good
WWE has some really
matches as
good
well.
matches too, including this Monday just gone with Gunther and The Miz again.
Yeah.
I think someone being called a less famous Miz is a compliment, but that's
I
my
think
opinion.
so as well, because Miz don't get his flowers, bro, from a lot of people. A lot of people disrespect, you know,
Yeah,
the
they
Miz
do.
man. So, you know, again, he's proved again that he is well worthy of, you know, he'll be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. So let's move back towards being positive about AEW. I'm gonna take a negative row on this. I can't. There's no other way to do it. Rumors out there in the world that Marty Scurll could be the devil. There is no positive to that. I'm sorry. Let's not try it.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, we've heard that over the last couple of days. We've had our ears to the dirt sheets and what's going on online. Yeah, I mean, there's no,
No.
you know, it is
Uh,
what it is.
Another positive. The story going around is that MJF's contract is up on January 1st. We, on the other hand, have been in conversation with friend of ours, and they have been led to believe that the contract is already done. It's worth a lot of money. That's a big positive.
For AEW is a big positive.
Absolutely.
If they can make things work with him and do what they can do with him, show that he can be, you know, this whole thing about the devil, it's good in a way, and we'll be positive about it because everybody, on this show loves MJF, and we want to obviously see him in those high profile angles with stuff going on, working with great people. So we're hoping that there more comes of it and things happen, whatever. If they've signed him again, Tony Khan's got the checkbook out. It's a winner for all. I mean, but again, MJF, I believe, if he did go to WWE, I think he may well go one day. I think
Oh,
he would be
one day.
stupid
But
not to if they want him.
for right now, I think it's a ballsy move for MJF to stay put.
Yeah,
I think it shows. I mean, it shows a lot of gumption because he could have taken that road out. He could have gone, you know what? I want comfortable WWE money, but I mean, yes, he's going to be paid a lot of money in AEW, but he's essentially betting on himself to be a part of the turnaround of AEW, which could or couldn't happen at the moment. It's a toss up, isn't it? By
yeah.
betting on himself to be one of the guys, maybe even the guy, to turn that around, make AEW something special. I mean, it's ballsy.
I think part of it as well though is MJF enjoys being the big fish in a smaller pond as well. I think if he went to WWE, he would be literally. I mean, I think he'd be great on NXT. Fucking hell, are you joking? I mean, how good would he be on NXT?
It'd be good anywhere.
He would be good anywhere. Yeah, it's him partly saying he is betting on himself, and he knows he's got what it takes to. He's proven that he's capable of literally sort of carrying the company almost at times almost on his own. If you look back, if you look back on it, MJF has sort of at times carried the company by himself. I know I like MJF, but I really like the Acclaimed as well, and your people like that. And I think that they still need to keep pushing these guys. And I'm glad that the Daddy Arse was with them, the Acclaimed, because I do like the Acclaimed.
It's a very
Um,
popular, yeah, team,
I
isn't it?
I I think they're great. I think the scissor thing has grown on me. I
Definitely
do still,
has.
yeah. I mean, I do believe that. I still think that if two men scissor, there will be some testicular damage, because that's not what scissoring's for. Tongue in cheek, sort of, maybe they're. It is a lot of fun with them, but I would like to see the Acclaimed get serious as well. They
Yeah,
have partly got serious, but I would like to see him get a bit more.
I made a joke last night, complaining. Maybe I shouldn't have done, but there's a lot of free agents with their no competes, non competes, whatever you want to call them. There's a lot of them who are now free to sign wherever. So I made the joke saying it is game changer season. I mean, of that massive group of people that got let go by the WWE, how many could conceivably have a good run in AEW?
Positivity aside,
Oh, no, stay
AEW.
positive. Stay positive.
All right. AEW has got too many wrestlers as it is. I don't
Yes,
think. I think
that's true.
if they are gonna sign people, they need to let people go. Yeah, I mean, you can't just keep bringing people in, bringing people in, bringing people in. You need to focus on your positive aspects. You've got to focus on your better talent, and just bringing people in willy nilly.
Oh,
But then,
it's likely.
but they've got to get rid of some people.
It
They
might be
have
game. It
to.
might be game changer season, but it's also Rumble season. So it's a busy time.
Well, I mean,
Santa Claus can't deliver everybody.
is Riddle ever going to go back to WWE?
I think it's possible with a. I think he's almost got that Jeff Hardy appeal. It's not something you think of straight away, but like I said, I've said in the past couple of weeks that TNA could have a better 2024 than AEW, but let's stick with AEW. Let's be positive about AEW and the women's division. Timeless Tony Storm,
This
the best
is
thing they got going at the moment.
It is, but it's a double-edged sword, mate. And I'll tell you why. Tony Storm at the moment is fucking killing it right now. But the problem is with AEW, unfortunately, is the women's division is very sporadic and sort of who's level with Tony Storm at the moment, would you say? Blow for blow, sort of,
Right now in AEW,
yeah.
I mean, the only people they could think, you could think Britt Baker,
Exactly, right?
Thunder
Yeah.
Rosa's back on TV.
She is back, yeah. There's stuff going on there. I mean, maybe let's not talk about Thunder Rosa.
Not yet.
Let's not yet. The problem is, I mean, Tony Storm again, right? She could go back to WWE at some point.
Yeah. No, it's not inconceivable that anyone, that Britt Baker could go to WWE, but
Tony Storm, the way she has, and I'll tell you, this is a positive, mate, right? This is a positive. With the way that AEW does allow talent to have a bit more of a say in what direction they're going to go, right?
yeah.
It allows for Tony Storm to do what she's done, to come away from what she was at one point, and then now to change into something else and find a sort of whole new dynamic to her character and do some different shit and find her feet in a different way. That was made possible by AEW and Tony Storm, though, because it works both ways. Because if you've got free reign to create, to do more, but you're a fucking boring bastard and you've got no vision, then you're fucked, because you're still going to be a fucking boring character and you're still going to be dog shit. If you've got that free reign to just say, I've got a few ideas, I want to do this, how about this, how about this? I want to do this, I want to do that. If you've got that gumption and you've got that ability to do that, and then paired up with AEW saying, yeah, fuck it, man, if we'll give it a go, go for it, which is to their credit, which is to AEW's credit. So that is a genuine positive, that I believe that AEW is responsible for Tony Storm being able to do what she's doing at the moment, because they allow her to sort of be a bit freer in the way she's going to do it and have more input in what she's doing.
I'll be honest, I think that the AEW's women's division has a shot at being very good in 2024 with the names alone. Like, as long as you can keep, you got to put more women on TV. I'm sorry, like that's just how it's got to be.
That's right. That's right. I mean, the thing with AEW is, I'll be honest as well, like what Billy was saying about eye candy or whatever. If you want to look at it from that point of view, they do have that eye candy there if they want to go down that route.
Yeah.
They have got the workers there if they want to go down that route. They've got sort of like the comedy aspect of it as well, because I think Timeless Tony Storm is a fucking funny ass character. I think it's fantastic. I mean, the whole like watch out for the shoe shit I was creasing at that, mate. You know what I mean? She's launching her shoe at people. I thought it was great.
But when I just had a quick look at the list of names that it should be on TV or currently on TV, well, Britt Baker. I like Hikaru Shida. I think she's good. Some people don't necessarily feel that way. Jamie Hayter, she's going to be back soon.
Yeah.
She was killing it until she got hurt.
Yeah.
Julia Hart's TBS champion. We'll see how that goes. And then Mariah May, she's going to start having matches sooner at some point.
Yeah.
She wasn't signed to not do it. And she's
Sky Blue.
Sky Blue. Again, another one. Sky Blue, everyone seems to be a big fan. Ruby Soho.
Yeah.
Good shit. Good shit.
Well, I mean, I've said from day one that I thought Abaddon was great, right?
Yeah.
And she fucking disappeared for a year. When maybe she was injured or whatever. But hopefully they're pushing Abaddon a little bit more. I said a year ago she was brilliant and she needs to be on TV more. And then lo and behold, now she's on TV and everyone's loving her. So I said that a year ago. I said that was a positive in the women's division. You need that sort of monster character. Do you know what should have happened, bruv? Jade Cargill. It should have been Abaddon that was, attacking her, beating the shit out
Terrorizing
of
her,
her,
yeah.
terrorizing her. Yeah, that could have been a
I get
great
that.
angle. So that again, another positive. Abaddon, fantastic, great character, great scary ass horror look, brilliant. Well,
Okay.
I said a year ago she should have been on TV more, and she disappeared, and now she's on telly. Everyone's gassing it up. We done told you already.
Let's move on to the big the big chief, if you will. Tony, our Chris's good friend Tony.
Yeah,
Consider us your paperclip on your old PC. We're here to help, my friend.
we
We are
are here.
here to help you. I mean, there's so many things that Tony could just fix up a little bit.
Of course. And it comes from a place of love, man.
Comes from a good place.
It comes from a good place. It comes from a place of, bro, you're doing too much in it. You can't do it all. And you can't be all things to all men, right? You've got to try and get a little bit more universal appeal to your product, because it will bid you well in the future if you do that. But it does mean that you've got to grab it with a bit more of a firmer hand. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And maybe hire these two jabronis to help you with your booking and to help you with just generally sort of
See this, Tony? See this?
the optics. Should
Yeah.
we say the optics of what you're doing from a sort of from a non die-hard fans point of view? Because I think the loudest people and the feedback he gets the most are sort of the yes men that he's getting. I think if he had,
Are
if
we
he
talking about
had,
him?
bruv,
The
we
gut.
we saw we saw him today in the town. Little quick fucking diversion of the story, right? I'm walking through the town centre today, our local town centre, and I see my main man JB yamming up one of these like Yorkshire pudding Christmas
It
wrap
was a
things.
Yorkshire pudding wrap, yeah.
He was loving it,
Extra meat, yeah.
extra meaty. And we walked past the fucking what's the shop called?
Well, my missus was shopping in there. She was buying some frames. It was the photo frame place. What is it?
Yeah,
Max Spielman's or
Max
something?
Spielman, that's it, yeah.
Mm.
And the American Dragon works
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
the guy looked like Daniel Bryan. Like I said that before when I was in there, and then Chris walked past and goes, "That guy looks like fucking Daniel Bryan."
It was fucking classy. We cracked each other up with that one.
We can attest he did not find anyone whilst we were there, and he
No,
also didn't threaten to kick anyone's fucking heads in. So
that's right. There
shout
was
out
there
to
was
the
no
guy.
heads kicked in, and no, he did not look at our online activity and fine us.
I think he was tempted.
I'm sure he was, mate. If he would have
Yeah,
seen our Twitter, he might have done. But I think I speak for both of us in saying that we would love that. We would love the opportunity to even sit down with Tony Khan and go, Tone, mate, right? On the level with you, you have got the makings of something that could, and let's be honest, right? There's nothing stopping AEW from being a genuine competitor to WWE and possibly and beating them in, they could do that. They've got the opportunities are there if you make a few different changes and a few switches up and focus your energy into doing certain other different stuff and taking on different ideas and viewpoints of that rather than the yes men die hard very small demographic of people that you are sort of focusing your attentions on.
which is what they've been doing. Don't get me wrong. Some of
Yeah,
the matches in the Continental Classic, the sorry, round robin league,
yeah,
thing that's going on at the minute. They produce some good matches, and it's showing a US audience, UK audience, what New Japan sort of tournament looks like there.
yeah. The Grand
The
Prix on
G1, yeah, the
the
G1,
G1, yeah.
yeah. Sorry, my bad. The
No, all good.
G1,
Yeah,
and yeah, it's bringing that to the forefront. But it does feel, and I don't want to say this, but I feel like I have to. It feels a little bit lazy.
Well, it is because it again. It is pandering to that audience that they already have. They already every one of the people, a lot of that demographic of fans of AEW, them die-hard fans, they already know what a fucking New Japan tournament looks like, bro.
And
They,
I feel
they
bad
already
for saying
know.
it, but not every story, not every match has this nuance, this fucking like some of the other wrestling media folk will say how brilliant it is, and oh, he went into overdrive with the chops, and that he knew time was running out, and was like, no, like that's not what it is. It's lazy booking,
Yeah.
and there's so much more you could do with such a generous amount of wrestlers, good wrestlers that you could stick them in all sorts of different ways and moves. Tournament style just does not work. That's why the King of the Ring got faded out.
But
King
again,
of the Ring was a good pay per view, but it just didn't do business.
I believe again that Tony Khan is spreading himself too thin, and he can't. There is no way that he has the time to oversee and book all of this stuff with all the other shit that he does in his life. There's no way.
There's, I feel like 2024 is the time to go after the casual pound, the casual dollar, the casual whatever you want to call it. Start making some superheroes. It
But
might
this
not.
is
It's
the
not what
thing.
AEW fans like the fanatics are going to want to hear.
Yeah.
You want to see a larger than life guy. You want to see a Wardlow take control. You want to see Big Bill. All of these guys, these monsters.
Yeah.
Hobbs, all of them guys that can do, amazing shit,
Yeah.
amazing feats of strength. You want to see some of that going on.
Yeah. Big meaty men slapping meat.
Exactly. It's not always about I love Brian Danielson, but I feel like he's positioning himself in a way. He's all of a sudden become this de facto locker room leader, in charge of fines, in charge of investigations or being part of investigations. In charge might have been a stretch, but and now it's like, is he in charge of booking too? He's in the tournament, he's in this, he's like, I don't know. I'm not feeling that vibe. Bookers always seem to people in booking committees or bookers like wrestlers anyway,
Yeah.
always end up being at the front.
Of course.
They always end up being even though you might not want it, let's take a look at Jeff Jarrett. No one wanted it. Jeff Jarrett was champion a billion times.
Yeah.
I like Jeff Jarrett,
Of course. We've said it on
but
this show numerous times. We
but
like Jeff
did
Jarrett.
he need to be 800-time NWA champion, TNA champion? No, of course he didn't.
Mm.
I mean, I get that he was trusting himself only. It's his company, but it's time to break out of these. We'll call them AEW traditions, but they're only 4 years old or whatever. They are technically AEW traditions and the way they work. It's time to make changes. It's time to branch out, do something a little different. They've had attitude for a long time. It's time to change it up. Like Billy said, time to chase the fan base that's a little younger. It's time to get them to start begging their parents to get AEW figures. Go take them to AEW shows. You don't want to go to take a kid to an AEW show right now because that fan base it's not right.
No, they don't need to do those bleeding in the mouth spots.
You can save that for pay-per-view. Of course you can.
Yeah.
You can save, I mean, is it a perfect system? No, but WWF as we knew it, 97, 98. You had Raw is War and you had the War Zone. You knew the War Zone was going to be nuts.
Yeah.
It was going to have all sorts of chaos. Raw is War was a little bit less.
Hmm.
And you can have those shows on, like WCW Worldwide, Saturday afternoon. No one was getting hit with a chair. No, there were no cage matches on that show.
Yeah.
It was, just it was good, hearty, wrestling shows. We want to see this succeed.
We do, but again, but it's gonna need, it's gonna need a refocus. Like we're saying, it's gonna need someone to sit with Tony Khan, grab him, grab a little Tone, just buy his, just, you know, Tone, mate. We get what you're trying to do. We, you know, fuck it, bro. You can't say that if me or you didn't have the money, what Tony Khan's doing, we wouldn't be doing what he's doing right now.
Exactly.
We would be doing exactly what he's doing right now. There is no way that we wouldn't be doing it. If our dad was a multi-billionaire and he was throwing money at us and going, yeah, fucking do what you want,
Have a wrestling show.
Have a wrestling show if you want. We would absolutely. I had an idea of yin yang wrestling, you know, like a federation years ago that I've thought about doing when we was training and we knew a lot more wrestlers and all that, and we were doing bits and bobs and that. I thought, well, you know, start a federation, but you can't, bro. The best way to lose your money is to either A, start smoking crack, or B, open your own wrestling company.
Yeah.
Right? There are two ways to lose all of your money. Or start playing Magic the Gathering. Yeah? Like, there are three ways to lose all of your money. We would be doing exactly what he's doing. But, you know, he's used to doing other stuff. But I also believe that because it's wrestling, it's something that he loves.
Yeah.
I think
he was in the forums as a kid and all this, or as a youngster. Like...
You know, so with the soccer team, the football team, and the American football team, he's gonna have huge groups of other individuals doing individual tasks there where they are more qualified to do them than him. But because the wrestling is his baby and it's what he loves, he is just wanting to do everything all the time. And that is the problem. Unfortunately, that is the problem. He can't do all of the stuff all of the time. He does need to sort of let a few things go and let other people do other stuff. And I think it will be beneficial. But I do again think, though, that there's too many guys, unfortunately, that are just the yes men that are not going to pull them aside because they want that paycheck. But they're you know, they're not going to pull them aside and go, Tone, maybe we need to look at diversifying the sort of product that we're doing. You know, we're very focused on this sort of New Japan, you know, niche audience, when really there's massive demographics there that we're missing out on. We are missing out on that teenage boy, you know, the teenage boy and teenage girl, because there are teenage girls
we've learned over fans since joining Twitter, like, you know, those many moons ago.
There are
a lot of female wrestling
those
fans.
role models. They want to see, you know, women's wrestling. I mean, you know, not everyone's a fan of women's wrestling, you know, but the young girls growing up that are fans of wrestling deserve to see good women's wrestlers and characters that they can believe in and people that they can relate to and aspire to be. So it's, you know, and, you know, the teenage boy market, on the other hand, as well, you know, they're looking at the female wrestlers in a different way. So, you know, there is that opportunity to do that sort of stuff. But then again, with the teenage boys, I think they also want to see these super characters, like you're saying, the big meaty men, the big muscle men, so they can aspire to that as well. You know, these big, strong individuals that can fucking hold their own, fight. You know, and
this is a positive show. I get that, but what kid is aspiring to be Darby Allin?
The skateboard sort of Grebo sort of crowd.
Grebo, you know.
Man said Grebo, you know, but you know, I mean that again comes from a place of love.
Yeah.
You know, so it's there are so many things that can be done that wouldn't even take a lot of doing to sort of start. Maybe they've got the infrastructure there, the base infrastructure there. They've got multiple TV shows. They have got an online presence. They have got money coming out the wazoo. Yeah. They have got the opportunity to do good stuff. You know, and that is a positive as well. They're already got set the groundwork. You know, they are a company that are capable when it comes to it, to putting on good shows with good matches, with good wrestlers. But what's the word? It's the consistency that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And I do believe that it would take is for Tony Khan to let go of the reins a little bit and give it to a sort of booking committee of people, like a team of writers, get some story writers in who are wrestling fans who can, dude, you can have these callbacks to these rivalries from 10 years ago. You can still do that stuff, but you've got to sort of, right. There was someone made a comment the other day, and I think it's little things like this that AEW needs to sort of pick up and start doing, and not just, again, a lot of the time though, it's the fans just going, oh, if you don't know who it is, just Google him, or why don't you know who this person is, sort of thing. That arrogance of sort of like, we're more of a wrestling fan than you are because
Are
we
you talking
know.
about the woman that was on her phone at Ring of Honor?
Well, no. There was that. There was
Yeah.
that. But they were talking about Carmelo Hayes, right?
Yes.
They put together like a
Really good
WWE.
package.
They put a
Yes.
video package to show people, if you didn't know who he was, you didn't know
Here
what
he
was
is.
going on. There you go. It's your little wrapped up in a little bow. It's all right. We're not patronizing you, but also we're not going to make you feel shit if you don't know who this person is. We're bringing you in. So we're allowing you to be involved in what we're trying to do by giving you a bit of a backstory. Surely that's what it's all about. They talk about AEW telling stories. Well, no, you're not. You're sort of, you're leaving people out there. You're not bringing people in. You're not creating these narratives which you could be doing.
It's
Bring people in. Bring people in. Create those. If you've got someone with a legacy, tell people. Create a video package. Show people who this person is, where they've been, where they've come from, what they've been doing, who they've
and
bumped
if
into on the
I've
way.
always found if you haven't got access to the video footage of them doing their best stuff, show the footage of them training. Show the footage of them in a ring in a warehouse, just running ropes, just practicing like their move, throwing kicks, throwing punches, doing all of that stuff. Like that is how you get to invest in someone,
That's right.
not Google them.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't like that, and I'm sorry that's not positive, but
No, but
that's yeah.
again, you're right, because it's just because, right. But again, being positive doesn't mean that you can't recognize when things need improving.
Hmm.
That's not what we're about. We're not Gluckers, bruv. We're not the Gluckers. We are not gonna just literally take whatever is thrown at us and just love it just because
Yeah,
it comes from a certain place. We're gonna take what we like, and we're gonna say, oh, well, I wasn't too keen on that, or maybe they should do this, or maybe they should do that. Well, that is, you can have toxic positivity as well, bro.
you can. There is one more aspect of our positivity. I wasn't going to cover this, but I'm going to now. It's it's about TV. It's about TV deals, and it's not something. It's not either one of our sort of our expertise here. But there is a TV deal that AEW have with Warner Brothers Discovery that the rumor circulation is that they're considering taking on WWE Raw at Warner Brothers, which would mean AEW would be out the door. The only way to talk about if it were such a case is that AEW there's hundreds of channels, and I'm sure there's at least five, four, three channels that would take AEW on board. You would go to those channels, and at this point, you'd say, "Give us a morning show, give us give us a discussion show, make it like WWF prime time."
Mm.
Get your best talk. Get Eddie Kingston on there. Have Eddie Kingston talk for half hour.
Yeah.
Don't keep sending him out in front of fans and have people go, he's a great talker, but
Mm.
stick him on a show where that's all he does is talk and go, he's a fucking great talker.
Mm.
Go to these channels and go, look, we're going up. We're going to build this. We're going to keep going. I'm never going to stop. I've got all this money.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna make a success of this, whether they like it or not. Go to a TV show go to a TV channel that's maybe not as big. and say, give us the extra hour in the morning. Don't give them Collision Rampage and all that stuff. Like that's chaotic. I mean, and it was a little bit harebrained to think that they could, after having a show on a Friday that wasn't doing very well, have a show on a Saturday that's doing just as badly. Make Put pressure on Warner Brothers. Say, well, fine, we're in conversation with a lot of other channels. It's okay. It's this weird, if WWE take it, we're going to look bad. Come from a place of love. It's okay. Like, go, cheers for the opportunity, guys. We're off, but you're going to see us a lot more. I'm not gonna spin it for anyone. Those 400,000 that watch Collision and Rampage are probably your hardcore fan base. They're going to go to whatever channel you go on.
Yeah.
It's about you then being the promoter and promoting that you're on another channel, you're doing this, you're doing that. You've got new shows, you've got magazine style shows, all of that business. You put on that channel or on other channels, you send your stars to these other shows. You put them forward for celebrity appearances on fucking Food Network, or
Yeah.
you send them on Good Morning, whatever
Yeah.
channel it is, whatever.
Yeah.
You'd start doing these things
Yeah.
because Roman Reigns is always on, Good Morning America. They're sending Rhea Ripley and Dom Mysterio to be on, Australia's version of it. It's about promoting, and that is where I think that, God love him, that whole crew is severely lacking
Yeah. But
promoting.
yeah, but this is the thing, is because I don't know it. I don't know is it Tony Khan? Is it his mindset of, no, we are this sort of, we're going to focus on what's going on in the ring. It's only going to be, you've got to understand that wrestling, I mean, I hate to fucking burst anyone's bubble, but everybody knows that wrestling isn't real. Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh boy.
So to keep pretending that it is in
Yeah.
the way that they're doing,
Yeah.
to try and legitimize this sort of combat sport sort of thing, rather than sort of leaning a bit more into the entertainment value of it as well. And like you say, they could be putting, who wouldn't want to see MJF on a cooking show? Who wouldn't want to see Tony Storm on a fucking, on like the Saturday Kitchen?
Saturday Kitchen. Yeah, I mean, Saturday Kitchen would be hilarious.
Do you
But
get
like,
what I'm saying, bruv? Like it's you've got to,
but you send your monsters to these shows. You send Big Bill, you send Hobbs to these shows, so they dwarf the presenter and stuff like that.
yes,
Make it seem larger than life,
yes,
and that's what you could be. AEW could be larger than life. It could be, to not to steal something from the XWF. It could be in your face.
yeah,
Chorley FM could be in your ears.
coming in your ears. If you've got these working relationships with your ITVs, right? Get a couple of you guys to go on these ITV shows. Get them on Good Morning, and then they can be like, yeah, AEW wrestling. You can see it on ITV X or what. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, you
no, yeah,
need, it makes sense that you.
them running interviews during the All In promotional week with other podcasts, and yeah, we can consider ourselves part of it, marks,
Yeah,
for lack of a better word.
yeah,
It doesn't help promote, like, you're getting someone to promote a show that people are already going to. These people
yes,
that are
right.
actually
These
already
people,
going to.
absolutely, absolutely.
It's time to really knuckle down and start pushing your guys out there. Yes, they're paid to wrestle and that's it, but he's like, no, get out there and promote. If you want to be part of this team, you got to be part of this team, and that means you got to go on Saturday Kitchen.
Yeah. What's stopping them from sending Mark Henry and fucking Big Show out on these things?
Well, they sent Claudio to the UK, didn't they? He went to he went to an Arsenal game. He went to see some sights and all that, and did an interview or two. Who would have known except for the people who, like
Who
us?
already knew exactly.
Yeah.
You've got to, when that is one thing that they did make, I think, a bit of a mistake. And Tony Khan, can you clip this, bruv? Right, and please, can we send it to him? Right,
I got you.
Tony Khan, before you come to England next time, get me and give us a bell, right? Slide in the DMs, all right? We will happily help you sort of, I know you've got contacts in the UK, you've got Fulham Football Club, you know people over here, you've got to have stuff going on. We can help you sort of, because we're just normal English dudes, and we will be able to help you sort of show you, right, this is what the culture is in the UK. And if you want to get that packed out again, and you want to get a lot more people's eyes on the product, and you want to get a few more pay-per-view buys, then we will point you in the right direction of what you could do. There's nothing, even now you should start promoting it. If you've got it already, we're at Christmas, and we're talking August is only 7 months down the line. You could sporadically chuck people out onto UK TV. Like I say, you're on ITV. ITV have got a fucking plethora of shows that you could quite easily chuck your guys on. Talk to the guys at
Send one of them
ITV.
on Jonathan Ross or something, or Graham
Get
Norton or
get
something,
them on fucking. Do you get what I'm saying? And get them
big
on there.
AEW hoodie.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Have
yeah.
have on get them on fucking Bargain Hunt or whatever. You get them on Celebrity Bargain Hunt. Can you imagine? Like a couple of wrestlers on the boot sales going to the antique. Do you get what I mean? Like, I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
it sounds stupid, but yeah, like this is what you need to do to sort of, because a lot of people in the UK, and I'll be honest, right?
Just don't know what it is.
They don't know what AEW is, and this is not even us being negative. This is true. It's like, whenever in the UK, if you talk about wrestling, people are automatically, in their minds, people that are not sort of super into wrestling, they're always going to think WWE, always. And it's your job, sort of, out of those 400,000 base hardcore wrestling fans, how many of them do you think are in the UK? 100,000 core
Less.
fans,
Less.
right? So you've got to look at that and say, right, let's try and expand this territory. Let's because there are a huge amount of wrestling fans in the UK. We love wrestling. We have got a rich history of wrestling in this country, the world of sports stuff. We have got a fucking huge, rich history. It wouldn't even be that bad for AEW to start doing smaller little spot
I,
shows
I,
in the
I also
UK.
I also think, yeah, and this is the bit I was just about to get to. I think it was a little bit short-sighted to run Wembley as it's, as a standalone. Do a tour.
Do a tour,
Sell
absolutely.
sell out instead of this Wembley argument and do that. Sell out 5 venues.
Yeah.
Go to London. Come to Stevenage. Do, Belfast, Birmingham, Manchester,
Do your Glasgow. Do
Stevenage.
that's
You
right.
know,
Yeah. Do
like
it. Absolutely.
run
Absolutely right.
run your
Absolutely right.
Hertfordshire show, obviously,
Yeah.
but sell out all these shows. Get your talent around the country.
Get them. Yeah.
Not on shows that aren't getting bigger. Not on. And I don't want to be mean to British wrestling in any way, but British wrestling is where it is.
Yes.
It doesn't have the budgets, or, and again, it doesn't have the know-how to get bigger.
Well, if we had a pot of money, we'd give it a go.
Of course we would. But get your guys around the UK. Get them. Don't just send them into London for one big night and then fuck off again.
Yeah.
2 weeks in the UK where you're doing, the house shows or whatever. Like, sell them out, make them fun. And they could. You could sell out every place I just said with AEW. Of course you could. Stevenage. But
Well,
yeah,
like, mate, if there was that would be again, clip this, right? Tony Khan, we would love to help you organize an AEW tour of the UK. You could get your guys literally, and you could do more than 5 shows, bro. They could do it over a month. They've got enough guys to sporadically send over certain guys.
record Dynamite.
Do you get what I'm saying? They could do that to get it a little bit more, and then you could have your guys showing up at an independent, yeah, and doing stuff like that. Going
I
to a
think them
program.
showing, I think all of them showing up on Independence overall in weekend hurt All In. I genuinely believe that. that because they all just show up on one weekend. Everyone knows they're going to be there. Everyone knows like what's going on. Like it's like we didn't go to any spot shows over All In weekend. We went to All In. That's just what we did. I just yeah. If we're solely thinking about this from an AEW positivity angle,
Yeah,
which is what we are,
absolutely.
run the tour, record a Dynamite, record a Collision, record something in this country, make this country your second home base. Because it's not working in Canada. You could be there instead of here.
Yeah, I mean, it would be pretty easy to organize.
TNA
Your
did it.
TNA did it, and TNA again, the special place in my heart for TNA. But TNA did it.
Will the
Um,
new TNA have a special place as well?
of course, always.
Yeah. It's
It
old TNA, new TNA, whatever. But
yeah. I mean, I'm thinking of spending money on the TNA sort of subscription, because partly because then I can watch all of the old events all of the time whenever I want to. But also it means that I'm pretty sure it's going to be an easier place for me to keep up to date with what's actually going on in TNA.
yeah, of course.
So I need to have a little look at the subscription. But oh, excuse me.
Oh, we've
But
got him.
oh, mate, I've got, but I see it's not cheap. I don't know if I've been looking in the wrong places, but I don't know, what the TNA subscription, what you get for it, and sort of how much it is.
That's
So
all
let's have a
right.
look.
Is it cheaper than Fight TV? I don't know. I don't have these subscriptions, so and we don't, because what I believe Watch Wrestling went under. Wink. Um, and yeah, let's see where 2024 takes us with AEW. Let's see how positive it really gets. I know Sting's got his retirement match coming up. Could you be positive about Ric Flair being on TV all this time? I know that it's apparently a situation where Ric Flair is essentially paying to be on the show, but that doesn't make it any better.
It's a tough one, man. It's we want to see in 2024, like you said, that core demographic of fans ain't going nowhere.
No.
So it's not going to hurt you to try and expand a little bit and try and branch out a little bit, cut down on the swearing, um, try and branch out a little bit and mix up,
Cut
your
down on the
shows, you know,
cut down on the blading.
yeah, and just try and
Make it
focus on expanding, look at expansion and say, look, we want this. We want to be all that we can be. We want to take over the wrestling world. We don't
yeah.
want to be
Make it special.
what do they say? Like what's that saying? We when people are like, the best, but in their mind, they're not just going to be number one in their own mind.
Ah,
We want to be number one. We want to be the best wrestling promotion in the world. We want that. And it's possible, it's doable, if they sort of
I
start
think
to.
it would be very challenging. I don't think they're gonna topple the WWE. I don't think it's gonna happen in our lifetime, but you can be a very, very good alternative.
Absolutely.
You could be the best alternative. You could be an alternative that even creeps up behind at times and goes, "We're here. Watch out." You know,
Yeah.
WCW managed it. They
You
took
know,
over for 83 weeks.
yeah. But again, that went down the shit pan,
It did.
um, because of behind the scenes stuff, booking, you know.
I
They
mean,
were going to
there
make
was
a
only a
beef
couple. There was only a
bourguignon.
couple of fights, weren't there? But
Yeah, they were going to make a beef bourguignon. That went down the shit pan. You know, it's they AEW are well positioned to do great things if they want to do great things, and that is a positive.
Yeah.
from us.
That's
This
got to
is
be the
not a
final thought, hasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
this is not a shit on AEW show. This is AEW has the potential to be amazing, to get those extra people in, you know. And I don't know, Tony Khan. I know you. I don't know if you listen to this on YouTube or if you're, on Spotify or whatever. We will gladly help you organise that UK tour. That is something that you should think about, a UK tour for promotional purposes. You can get yourself out there, get your guys and girls all over the UK, popping up at this show, that show, you know, on being on TV here, there, and everywhere. Even going to certain other shows and sitting in the front row and just getting a little bit of interest, having little interactions with the local wrestlers and all that, going to local training schools, stuff like that. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, just literally take it to the streets, attack it, want it. You know
To
what
the
I mean?
streets.
Take it to the streets.
Let's think about wrapping this right now because before we do, we should mention that this wasn't always going to be the positively positive AEW show. This was at one point we considered an AEW Christmas Carol, which
Yeah.
would have been hilarious. Maybe next year, maybe we'll put some effort in and we will have a read of an AEW Christmas Carol starring God knows who. Who could we get to play, the ghosts of wrestling past?
Oh, mate, mental.
Yeah. So where do we go from here? We say, first of all, thank you to our good friends at Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video. Remember, in the description, you will find the link for 83% off plus 3 free months, and that includes your virus protection and all that stuff. The virtual prophylactic, as we've called it
That's
once or
right.
twice.
The digital prophylactic. You've got your virus protection. You've got, you're in a hotel somewhere. You want to go on the dodgy hotel Wi-Fi. You've got your protection on your phone. You've got
And
it
what,
on your
what might you be
laptop.
on there for?
Huh?
What might you be on the hotel Wi-Fi for?
Well, no, because when you go in a hotel, you're always on the Wi-Fi, aren't you? Because it's probably quicker than your phone internet or whatever. You might have a laptop with you. You might want to watch something. You might want to, stream something. You know, don't worry yourself about being attacked, getting your data stolen. Your breach of your security. You've
Digital
got that
securities,
protection.
yes, indeed.
You've got that. So Surfshark, link in the description. Use the promo code GRAPPLE. You're going to get 83% off and 3 free months. Do that. Do it. You will not be disappointed. That is a great deal.
And yeah, let's talk about the other thing, the WWE affiliate program link, which will be also in the description. If you are looking to just help the show and not doing anything, and you want to buy yourself a Yeet t-shirt or I don't know, the CM Punk hoodie looks very good. Or if you're just looking to buy some other merch, a title belt or something, use our link. It just helps the show. It doesn't do anything. It just,
Yeah.
helps with us and our visibility. That's all it does.
It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't cost you any more money. You were going to go and do it anyway.
Yeah.
So
Go and get yourself a Yeet t-shirt.
That's right.
I just like saying Yeet.
Yeet.
Yeah, what else can we say? Like, everyone go and enjoy some turkey. If you're having turkey, of course.
Yeah, I mean, and again, don't take away from this episode that we're being negative in any way, shape, or form. We are not. We want AEW to succeed.
It's literally called the Positively Positive AEW show.
Yeah, and we we're looking we're looking forward to big things from AEW. We do support AEW. We do buy the merchandise. We do watch the shows. We have bought tickets and we went to Wembley when it was here. We were always going to do that. It was never
in doubt.
Never in doubt. I'm looking at my acclaimed scissor fingers right now, right in front of me. My AEW action ring, my figures. It is we would support that. We support the thing always.
That's right. We do support the thing. If you are looking as well, if you are that way inclined and you're a little bit strange like us and you want some chat grapple merch, we're on Redbubble.
We
You
are.
can get yourself a vest, a t-shirt, a long sleeve tee, hoodies, all the good shit that sometimes you see us wearing, you see Chris wearing. We can't help you with Zubaz. You got to go out and buy your own. We don't have a deal with them.
Right.
Look at that. It's a beaut.
Beauty, mate.
Go onto Redbubble, search for Chat Grapple and Cheap Pops. You'll find it. And we've got the obviously awesome logo, and we also have the ICO Pro section,
Yes, we do.
which, you know, again, you want to look as sexy and as cool as we do. That's the shit you have to put on.
Correct.
Thank you to everyone that's listening. Thank you to everyone that's watching. Obviously, hit subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Give us 5 stars. Give us a Meltzer style 5 stars in the Tokyo Dome. If you're listening on Apple, if you're on Spotify, I don't know how that works. Just hit like, I don't know, follow, something like that.
Yeah.
But everything else we thank you for. Have a wonderful Christmas from the both of us. My God, like, we hope you get the best wrestling presents you can, because you're listening to us. You're wrestling fans. You want wrestling gifts.
Yeah.
What else is there to say, guys? Like, we appreciate you all. Thank you so much. We wish you the best Christmas. If we manage to see you between now and the new year, we'll wish you a happy new year then as well. But let's bang into 2024 like we only know how.
Right.
I'm JB, the best Chris in all of wrestling podcasts sitting next to me, Mr. Chris Dredd, Santa Dredd, as we like to call him right now.
Trust me, daddy.
Take care, everyone. We appreciate you all. Have a great Christmas and New Year. We'll see you soon.
Peace.